Hey guys, welcome to another Hunter video. I am a Night Elf Hunter on the Whisperwind server, and I thought since patch 6.0 is going to be arriving very soon, I'm going to tell you guys how I am trying to prepare for the new patch as a hunter, or specifically a Beastmaster hunter. Now, I haven't done this, so it's very hypocritical for me to suggest it to you, but if you haven't done your legendary cloak quest, you should go do that as soon as possible. Because once the patch hits, you will no longer be able to get that cloak. And who doesn't want a legendary? Now, I haven't done it because I came into the game a little too late, and I don't think I'll be able to finish even if I tried. Now, the next thing is pretty much obvious in everyone's minds, but you should have as much money as possible. Garrisons in patch 6.0 will be a huge money and time sink. And because of that, the more money you have to put into it early, the better, because it's a great return on investment once you've built up your garrison, but until then, you still gotta build it up. So go and get as much money as possible, doing scenarios, grinding your professions, just get as much money as possible. Now, the next thing I would suggest is to get as many alts to level 90 as possible. Because the more characters you have at level 90, the more garrisons you'll have. And so with that, the more profession buildings, or even you can just get the building which allow you to increase reputation on your characters account-wide. So why not use one of those buildings on an alt to get your main more reputation grinding abilities, and also just you won't waste a building on your main character for things like defense or other great stuff. Now, the next thing I would suggest is getting a certain number of pets that would help you with leveling. So the first pet that I would suggest is the Spirit Beast. Now, the Spirit Beast is, well, it's my favorite pet, but also because of two skills that they have. First being the Spirit Walk. I always like it when a pet is stealthed so that it doesn't pull extra enemies, especially when you're jumping off a ledge somewhere, and it won't run around grabbing everybody that you don't want. The next thing is Spirit Mend. Now, as you know, while soloing as a hunter, any type of heal that you can get on your hunter or your pet is good, and so Spirit Mend goes great with a soloing, leveling hunter. The next pet I would recommend is the Worm. Now, the Worm has two very beneficial abilities, which is Acid Spit, which allows you to decrease the physical defenses of the enemy, and as well as the Burrow, which allows you to do a very good amount of AoE damage to all your enemies, which is very good for taking out a set of quest monsters or just a big group of monsters for leveling or collecting mats. Now, the last pet I would recommend, and this is only if you don't have the mount, is the Water Strider. Now, the Water Strider allows you to cast a skill onto yourself, which gives you water walking, and that is very beneficial in Warlords of Draenor because there is no flying in that expansion, and so anytime that you see water, it's always better to be able to walk on it rather than trying to swim in it. Now, that is only if you do not already have the Water Strider mount, which I don't currently have and I am going to work towards getting, but if you have the mount, you don't really need the Water Strider pet. So you can choose as a hunter because that is a choice you get. Lucky us. The last thing that I would recommend you all get is the Glyph of Misdirection. Now, this glyph I think is the most OP glyph that has ever come a hunter's way so far, in terms of leveling or soloing at least, because with this glyph, it would pretty much mean that you as a hunter or the hunter individual will never get threat ever again. You could basically assign any threat that you ever get onto your pet. So incredible while leveling, and if you are not you don't have a character that has a profession that can create this glyph, then go to the auction house and buy it as soon as you can, because there's no reason for you not to have this glyph ever. And so those are all the things that I think you should do before you get into Warlords of Draenor. Oh, there's one more thing that I would also recommend, and that is to use all your Valor and Justice points. Because as far as I know, you get 32 silver for every point of Valor and Justice that you have. And so while your points are all maxed out, you can get a maximum of 3,000 gold, which I don't find is that much gold, and so use them to upgrade your gear if you haven't already, so that you can at least make your leveling process a little easier. And so now that's it for all the tips that I have for you, and if you have any tips for me, please let me know in the comments below, because I would love to hear what I still need to do in order to prepare for the next patch. And so that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Till next time.